As we take a look at that starting grid, Lee, Gilbert, and Mesa, and as Mesa on the inside, Roger, I think it's actually pretty good being on that inside here. If you're not going to get the pole, this is a good opportunity to get a good jump and kind of dictate what happens in turn one.
Yeah, definitely being on the inside puts you in the right spot off the start. But
Gilbert,
with the good start, but he wheelied off the line. It looks like Andrew Lee's going to be able to sweep around the outside going in turn one.
He got that good jump, but a lot of traction on that straightaway for the Kawasaki's. Kawasaki setting the field for the top 5. The first Suzuki in the field, Miles Thornton, number 72. We'll see where he pans out after this first lap. Uh-oh, man, Gilbert wants it quick. He does not want to let Andrew Lee get away. Heading into 5, he goes underneath. You know Lee's going to go out to in, and you see that move, but Gilbert kind of holds that inside line, and it keeps him from doing it.
And I'm sure Andrew Lee's watching his board and saying that, he has a little bit of gap, so he doesn't have to force the issue. And
speaking of, he forces it, goes underneath hard. Now see if Gilbert can retaliate. A little bit of a bobble there from Lee. Gilbert's going to get a good drive here. He's going to go underneath, but can't do it that time.
No, he once he made the pass going in turn 10 and 11, he actually lost the rear. When the track goes down right there and G's out, sometimes it's easy for the rear to step out, and it already looks like Andrew Lee's opening a bit of a gap.
Oh, Lapper is starting to play a factor here to who makes the right decision. Gilbert goes on that side. May goes underneath. May chose the right one. Gilbert's got a good drive. Yes. Can he keep it up? We don't see him in the picture. Oh, let's pull out. Let's hope the white bite's still in there. He does it. How did he save that, Roger Lee Hayden? I'd love to see that again from maybe a different angle. Stefano Mesa gets by for third, but Jeff May's got to regroup. That was your favorite spot, Roger.
Yeah. Oh!
And that's another hard hit. So Jeff still pushing even after that close call. The Ameris Bank 99 going hard, down hard. Jeff May, he had to regroup and gather his motion. He said, I'm done. You grab that bike, pull it off, because I'm out of this race.
Right here coming up to turn 4, see how the bike gets light, and then he runs off. And
look at him save that. That was a tremendous save.
Did a great save, but he goes through the the grass there, and the most important things when you're in the grass is don't touch the front brake, and it almost.
Ooh, that was already in 9. That was the right-hander after 8.
But what I was going to say is that your tires get dirty, so he went through the
with the straight with clean in the middle,
with the left, and then looks like as soon as he started to go right, maybe the tire wasn't clean because it came around. It came around really quick, and it was a hard hit. So I was glad to.
What can you do about that? I mean, give it a little more time, maybe. I mean, it didn't look like he was doing anything out of the ordinary. I don't think he was pushing extra hard there. You see Andrew Lee getting by the 921 Steven Shakespeare coming down that front straightaway. Andrew Lee, checker flag comes out, and that is his 6th win in a row for Andrew Lee. 7th on the season, and he can do no wrong. Second's going to be Michael Gilbert after that tremendous battle all race long. Stefano Mesa rounding out the podium. It's befitting, unfortunately, for Jeff May. He was in there, and Jeff May's been doing this quite a long time, former factory rider. Everybody happy for Andrew Lee as we take a look at our final results here for race number 1 this weekend. A 3-point advantage, or a 3-second advantage for Andrew Lee in race number 1 over Michael Gilbert. You see Stefano Mesa less than a couple of seconds behind in third.
Follow your lead on that.
Be witness.
And he seems to be the guy, huh?
Be witness. But Michael Gilbert was in front of him yesterday, and when you're on the inside here going into that left-hand turn, you're in a very good position to put somebody wide.
For sure. And then, cut him short right here and get that apex. And that's where you want to be to start a race like this.
I think this is one of the only cases where I would rather be on the inside pole for sure.
Yeah, I mean, some tracks are laid out like that, and it's a short run to turn 1, so it's really where you want to end up.
Michael Gilbert, the 55, Andrew Lee on the inside. Look at Stefano Mesa, the 37, trying to drive around the outside. Again, this is the last race. You've been there before. Oh, a little step out by Mesa. Looks like Jeff May's going to sneak by. Well, there's a difference between partying and riding out there, and there's a little bit of both, I think, at the Vintage Festival. Oh, and Ashton Yates going off track just a little bit. And some of that curbing, literally, it goes not rumble strip, but curbing straight into the grass. You don't want to touch that grass.
Right, yeah. You need to be dialed in when you hit the curve here.
There's that exit. Watch Ashton Yates here at the end. Curbing to nothing. And sometimes that's an aggressive move when it goes to concrete and just drops off into the grass.
That's Garrett Gerloff's line from yesterday.
Yeah, wasn't it?
But you know, it could be set up. It could be a lot of things. You know,
it's a different feel though, going from a 600 to 1,000. A lot of the bigger guys like the 1,000.
Yeah, I mean they're easier to ride in some ways, but harder in others. You know, I mean they got plenty of power, so you don't have to worry about carrying tons of corner speed. You can kind of point it and shoot the thing, but at the end of a race, it'll take its toll on you physically.
Let's see if we can see. There you go. Ooh, he has got save of the week 2 days in a row. I mean,
wow.
You fall back in your chair. I mean, that's typical. We see that a lot out of 17, though. But, I mean, he saved it 3 times.
That was awesome. I think he had to sit back and realize what just happened, and now he's got to regroup.
Might be a little bit too late, but I say that. But he knows these guys are right there. That's a heck of a rabbit. Heck of a – oh, is this a pass? He straight line. He did a little Rossi move there.
Nice. Didn't really see that coming.
He kind of did the anti-curl-off. He did it on the other side.
He did.
Do you think that was a case of Ashton protecting that inside too much?
Could have been.
Hard into that left-hand turn, number 17. Andrew Lee is going to do it again and finish off his season in style, taking the victory. Michael Gilbert on the 55 going to finish in second. Team Norris is going to finish second. Where's that race for third coming to the line? It looks like it's Stefano Mesa unofficially in third, Jeff May in fourth. Man, it is Miles Thornton coming up in there inside the top 5 ahead of Ashton Yates. So Ashton literally was at the last lap, goes from third to 6th.
That was a little bit of a sneak attack from Miles Thornton right there. I don't think Yates knew he was coming.
A little burnout for Andrew Lee over there, and Jeff May. Stefano said, let me get in on this action. I got Dunlops to spare. A great race here in the Stock 1000. The final results, a 5.5 second advantage. Andrew Lee over Michael Gilbert. Stefano Mesa finishes the third step on that podium. You see 0.4 of a second ahead of Jeff May.